Oh, we live. What's going on, y'all? Master Teacher of Attraction, back with another video. I want to talk about to you guys, just documentary style. You know, just off the top of the head, just document some things that is going to help a lot of the people out here because we in a pandemic, we got a lot of stuff going on. I went through some trials and tribulations myself, and learning some lessons myself, and I want to talk to you guys, especially the young people out there, because I have an obligation. Before I get started, shout out to my mom, shout out to my dad. It's a lot of people out here um, disrespecting their family. Okay, people that literally created and procreated you, and these people are rebelling. Look at the team with game. Look at the man with game. There's a whole bunch of young dudes out here, disrespectful to their family and their parents. These people took care of you, man, and they care very much about you. Those probably might be the only people outside of a couple girls, you know, that really care about you, okay? And y'all disrespectful to them. All right, now if y'all have some beef with y'all family, especially your mom and your dad, y'all might want to, talk about that. But that's why I want to say shout out to my mom and shout out to my dad, right? Uh, but I have an obligation to talk to the young people because when I was young, before I turned 20, you know, you had these dudes out here like Corey Wayne and everything, telling us our story. All right. So that's what this live is going to be about, man. That's what we're going to be chopping it up about. Um, I'm over here cooking healthy. All right. I can go ahead. Well, I'll tell y'all, right? I just want y'all to listen to the sound of my voice. Listen to the sound of my voice. You feel me? Right? And y'all can hear y'all can hear it crackling in the background. But y'all know how I get down, man. On the email list, go on the email list if you want the cook up. All right? If you want the merchandise, if you want the my course or courses, because I got several courses. Go ahead and check out that Linktree app. Y'all know where my email is. All right. As soon as this video is done, where you think this going? This either gonna get deleted or this gonna go to the people on the email list. All right. When we start putting that out there. So listen, your story, right? Everybody on YouTube want to try to tell you your story, and just like before I turned 20, I, you know, came out of the shell of my parents, okay, taking care of us, right? We was protected. A lot of people will tell you, oh, you were sheltered, and no, we was protected by our mom and dad because they really cared about us, and that's why I say thank you to my mom and dad, okay? Thank you for protecting me and my brothers, all right? It's a lot of disrespectful and unappreciative people out here on YouTube that will try to manipulate the youth and try to tell them, yeah, you were just sheltered. You need to get out here and, you know what I'm saying? You need to get out here and try to get six figures and try to get with these women that come out the strip club and things like that. Listen to me, all right? The only reason that works on most of you guys is because you are emotional. You are listening to your emotions. All right? You was hurt. You was hurt by someone. You was hurt by a female, and now you listening to people from the black pill, listening to people from the red pill, from the high value pill, or whatever they talking about on YouTube. And you spending your last money on cryptocurrencies because you trying to follow somebody else's wave, investing into their business, and you ain't even got no business your damn self. Okay? And then let me say something else, okay? Something else that y'all be letting people tell you your story. Alright? It's a lot of people doing DoorDash, Grubhub, food delivery, and they out here letting other people tell their story with that hashtag decline now. Listen, stop letting, this is the danger of letting people tell your story. Before I get into that, let me flip my fries. Now I'm cooking in some beef tallow. You can learn more about that by joining my email list and asking where you can get that information and pricing, right? But there is a lot of broke DoorDash and food delivery drivers that lost their job from doing the pandemic, and now at the end of May, they're gonna start letting up the rental eviction memorandum or something like that. And let me tell you something: being evicted is not fun. I was evicted when I was 23. I ain't gotta lie to y'all. I've been told y'all this. All your favorite YouTubers is lying to you, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. I was evicted when I was like 23 or something. Okay? I was evicted when I was 23. That is not fun. And again, I gotta say, shout out, thank you to my mom and dad. Right? It's people who ain't got moms and dads out here. I would have been out on the street. Okay? But now you got people who finna face that situation, but they're doing DoorDash and all these food delivery apps and letting people tell their story about why they're broke and you need to do this decline now, but not really giving them a plan. They doing decline now and they still broke. There's people out here that don't understand that this is all a business. Okay? DoorDash, you are not an employee. You are an employer of yourself. Alright? It's a lot of people who do DoorDash as a sole proprietor. That's why I told you guys about LLCs, corporations, and trust. All those things have something different from your person, which is a corporation entity in itself. Your person isn't you. Go look this up. Your person is a corporation attached to a SSN number, similar to an EIN number. You're supposed to be working with your corporations connected to the EIN number. Hold on, y'all. I gotta stir my fry. But everybody is letting everybody else outside of themselves tell their story. All right? So listen, you got to understand, man. When I came across this information, I was like, man, just got evicted, everything. And over these past years, I was even allowing myself to stay stuck in the past and let the past tell my story. Then I later found out, I'm thinking, recently just found out there's not even nothing on my credit background. Because, for people looking for apartments, the best thing to do, whether, something happened from your recollection or not, look at your rental background. Okay? Check it before you go and, apply for a job. Because there's a fishing ticket that I, paid. And then, on my background, checking for a criminal background, it says that I was arrested. It says that I have a misdemeanor. And then I had to call the court up like, wait, hold on. Hold on now. Y'all know y'all didn't arrest me. I was not put in cuffs. Nobody took a mud picture of me. I wasn't booked. I wasn't none of these things. You understand? So, and then the other thing I found out, I don't even have an eviction. Huh? I don't have no eviction. I found out I'm thinking my credit in the toilet. My credit is, especially in a pandemic where people are, they not paying their bills. Okay? My joint is good. It's good enough to move around out here now. So I'm sitting around here living stuck in the past, letting that tell my story, and I'm like, man, I gotta come and tell the young people, right? The people who used to be in my shoes when I used to be in their shoes, and I didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing is, there's also like an agenda going on of people trying to push like a separatism among the masses and trying to get them, especially the women, to try to lock down dumb dudes that believe in this high value mess that Kevin Samuels is trying to push, and everybody else. All right. When people do not understand, and this is why I want to make sure that young people listening and watching understand this. The human species, and when you look at some of the videos on my community tab that's connected to Weston A. Price, you'll see how people was living before, and those are the roots of the species Homo sapiens. You know, like the white man called them, right? But basically, the species humans. We are a social species. We are not meant to be, separate. Oh, I can do bad all by myself. We not built like that. That's like an ant trying to go off on its own and do something by itself in this world. It was not made that way. Ants work best in a group, in a colony. All right? A group of humans is called a tribe, if you didn't know that. All right? Look at the apes. The apes form tribes. They don't say, oh, I can do bad all by myself. I'm going to go out here and try to make 6 figures and get one girl that think I'm dumb and thinks I'm a sucker. Right? Like, if you are young and you trying to learn the key to women, just understand, all right? And this is what Mr. Keep It Simple be talking about. When you go to other places outside of the United States or within these, pockets that are away from the inner cities in Illinois, you will see that the dudes getting the girls are the dudes that have a masculine appearance. Okay? Meaning their body, okay, ain't looking like a little soft marshmallow or looking like a malnourished stick, okay? Because you got different people. You got dudes, and I want you guys to look at the pictures of the men that Weston A. Price examined in some of his videos. That's on my community tab, okay? Those dudes actually was eating in a way that allowed their body to actually be what it is. Everybody is eating all these fast foods and things. That's one of the major things that is causing separation between man and woman. Okay? That's the whole agenda, is to separate man and woman. You got these YouTube channels catered to only men, then you got these YouTube channels catered to only women. Okay? To cause a separation. And then YouTube put a little bit of money behind it as a incentive. What I'm telling you is, y'all know y'all not happy without the other opposite sex. Either without your family, okay? At least the one, now if you got some toxic people, that like to take your credit information and, put your name on their taxes to try to get, money off your persons and with your SSN and all that, then you need to go ahead and leave them alone. But if you got family that care about you and you just out here trying to nitpick and, do all these crazy things like the society wants you to do, you need to go ahead and start making your own story. Bottom line, you need to stop going out here and trying to be like everybody else and be a part of their story. You got your own darn story that you supposed to be doing. All right, even when it comes to these door dashes. All right, a DoorDasher has the power to make $1,000. Okay, $800. I showed you guys me doing it in different cities and everything. All right, $1,000, $800 in a week. Let me start my fries. We just about done with that batch. Along with doing Grubhub, Uber Eats, and all them things. Okay, they have the power to do that. But why aren't they doing that? It's DoorDashers that go out here, fill their gas tank, go to where they think they finna make some money in the ghetto, and then they wondering why the customers are, getting them deactivated because they're in the ghetto. All right? Listening to other people's story. You understand? They're listening to other people's stories and it's creating their story, and then they complain about that story. These are what you call victims. All right, you need to stop being a victim. Stop living in the past. Live in reality. Get the information about your reality. All right, just like when I was saying, I'm running around here thinking that, you know, my credit situation is one thing, rental background, criminal background check is one thing, but when I look at the actual facts, I pull the data up, it's a whole nother situation that's actually in my favor. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with your with what you're doing. All right. And then when you act, a lot of they try to make it seem like reality is always bad. Sometimes reality is also good, but it's bad to think in a good and bad mentality. Just understand that there's always an ebb and flow. You know what I'm saying? Just like the towers, say it's an ebb and flow. There's up and down, up and down. There's spring with summer. There's fall, winter. Or no, it's summer and winter. It's fall, then spring. Okay? So I just wanted to say that. I wanted to come through and say that. Y'all be careful out here listening to certain people. But you let me go back to that thing. So, you trying to make sure as a 20-year-old, trying to make sure you're not going in the wrong direction of trying to, attract a woman that, is good. Okay? So the main thing you need to focus on is making sure your body is together hormonally. That's why one of my main products is out talking about that. Okay? The information I'm providing, even some of the free information I'm providing. Okay? You can go check my community tab. And I'm letting you guys know why your body is out of sync. Why your body isn't producing hormones and you thinking these boys that do semen retention is the wave. It's the wave if you trying to make money off some idiots. Okay? It's the wave if you trying to do that, which is why you see everybody talking about semen retention now. Right? But if you get your body together, your body naturally will start to attract the opposite sex. You got to start eating correctly though. All right? And I got that information in, my Patreon month to month plan, where I go on the live with you and I break it down to you, or you can go ahead jump on the email list, get the information about the course that is talking about diet. Okay, break down the history of human diet, what it used to be, how we used to be, and what we are now. And I'm breaking it down so you can get straight to the information so you can start getting results. I used to be 200 pounds during this last winter. Okay? I'm coming up on 180 right now. All right? I'm not doing any, counting calories or none of that dumb stuff. All right? I'm eating the foods that I'm telling in my course. All right? In courses. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and end this joint before my red potatoes go ahead and burn. All right, y'all.